Surely I can't be the only woman who keeps on hearing other women talk about how braids don't help with length retention, how if you want hair growth, you should stay away from braids. Stay tuned. Let's talk about it. Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Sanmonani Dumalang, hello, my name is Malwande and welcome to my channel. So let's have a very honest and open conversation about why braids don't work for you. Why braids aren't growing your hair. Why you're not seeing results with braids. Why braids are failing you. Question number one, what is your hair health status before you even get braids? What is the state of health of your scalp and of your hair? If your hair is already experiencing damage, your hair is already in a fragile state, your hair is already falling apart, of course, getting braids is not going to solve that for you. In fact, it's going to cause more damage because your hair is not fit for braids. Are the braids perhaps too heavy for your scalp and they're too heavy for your hair? Do your braids feel like they're weighing you down? As soon as you get them done, you're like, yo, hey, as a young cinder into, yo, what a heavy thing I am carrying on my head. Is that how you feel? Well, it could be that your braids are just too heavy for your hair and for your scalp, and that is why braids aren't working for you. You are getting the wrong size of braid for your head. For your head size, for how many hair strands you have in your head, for your hair type, all of it needs to be assessed in order for you to confirm that you're getting the right braid size. The easiest way to figure this out, honestly, if your braids feel too heavy, they're not the correct size. If your braids feel light, then perfect. You're on point. Another factor to consider is the amount of tension that's being applied to your scalp during braiding. I know, like, I am in South Africa. That's where I'm from. Here we have normalized having your scalp pulled when you get braids. We've normalized feeling like literally this part is being lifted and you're being given free Botox after you get braids. We've normalized that. But I'm sorry to break it to you. That's not normal. That's not normal. That is not how things should be. Okay? You're not supposed to feel like your brain cells are being pulled to the back simply because you got your braids done. Cut that thing of tension. That is why braids not working for you. There's too much tension being applied to your scalp for those braids. And on that note, if you get your hair done and it feels like it is an unbearable level of pain, there is a certain level of pain that is normal simply because something has been done to your scalp. You know, you have a bunch of your hair strands that are being grouped together and hair fiber being added on that, which does add some kind of weight, but there's a threshold where it stops being normal. There's a point where you're now entering pain and risk and gambling with your hair health, gambling with your scalp health, and basically contributing towards your hair breakage. And I personally feel like you know that for yourself. You know, like when you know that it's too tight. It's too painful. I can't take it anymore. As soon as you feel the words in your soul, in your heart, deep down in your heart, as soon as you feel I can't take it anymore, don't take it anymore, sis. Don't take it anymore. Take down those braids because what follows after that is worse than the amount of money you're losing just by taking down those braids. Take them down. Are your braids being done from the very beginning of your head, like from here? You see these edges I have? Are your braids being done from this point? Nah. These little hairs, are they being grabbed in to be grouped in with longer hair strands into fiber? Is that what's happening to you? That's why braids don't work for you, because your edges are being braided in, and that is why you're experiencing hairline damage, which you later go and tell other people that braids damage your hairline. No, you didn't protect your hairline when you got your braids done. Or rather, we can share the blame. Your hairstylist also didn't protect your hairline and your edges when she was doing your braids. Leave your edges out of it, guys. Whatever you do to your hair, leave your hairline out of it. Leave your edges out of it. They never asked for this wool. They never asked to be pulled. They never asked for anything except to be left alone, and that is how they best flourish. Leave your edges out of your business. Do what you do, but leave them alone, please. This next one is a big one. After you get your braids done, you neglect hair care. You throw there the shampoo, you throw there the leave-in conditioner, you throw away the hair butters, you forget about the oiling, you just chuck everything away and you're like, woo! Finally, I get a holiday from all this hair care nonsense, all this hair care business. I'm off. Bye, out of office, on leave when it comes to hair care. Is that what you do? That's why braids don't work for you, because I'm here to break it to you that having braids is not an entire vacation from your hair care. Yes, Do braids make your hair care routine now so much easier and so much less time consuming? Yes, absolutely. Definitely. Your hair care now means obviously now you're not washing your hair every week. You're not even washing your hair every 2 weeks. Maybe now you're washing your hair only after the first month of braiding, right? And that is how that goes. But this is not permission to neglect your hair care. On that note, before this video, I should have posted my braids care routine, my braids maintenance routine. So go check that out and you'll see step by step how I suggest you take care of your braids and exactly how I look after mine. This thing of you keeping your braids for half the year, it needs to stop. The reason braids don't work for you is because you're keeping your braids in for way too long. You're keeping them in for way too long. Now understand your hair. Just because you saw the girl next door keep her braids for 6 months and it worked for her, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Maybe the girl next door has just really good genetics, or her hair is super thick and it's super strong that she can take that risk once every 3 years. Will she still have consequences after? Yes, absolutely. She will also have some hair loss to deal with, but it might not be as bad as what you will experience when you try to gamble with your hair like that. So before you go and copy what your neighbor's doing, assess your own hair first and know that the normal length to keep in your braids is 4 to 6 weeks. Anything longer than that, you must know that you're taking a risk and be prepared for the price that you'll pay for that. Personally, sometimes I push my braids to about 2.5 months, but note that in that time I would have washed my hair. Sometimes I do a braids refresh, like take out the braids in the front and redo them, the ones in the back, redo them, because those areas for me are my breakage points. So if you're going to do that, then sharp. But if you're just going to sit for 6 months with the same braids and think, oh yeah, this is hair length retention. Okay. When you take down your braids, how are you doing it? I remember when I was younger, people would just pull out their braids, like literally just pull them out, especially when you had twists done and now they're quite old already. They feel like they're floating and you're just like, doesn't matter. Let me just, hey, hey, don't do that. Please don't do that. I have previously posted a video of how I take down knotless braids and my method that I am suggesting for you as well. I'll link it in the description box below. Please do check it out and you'll see step by step the safest way to take down your braids. But in summary, don't take down your braids if you're upset, if you're in a bad mood, and if you do not have enough time. Because the whole point of braids, right, is length retention and not damaging your hair. At least take down your braids and be where you started, rather than taking them down and being 5 steps backwards. Are you the type of girl who just gets braids back to back to back to back, back to back to back? Today you took them down, tomorrow you're getting a new set. A month later you take those down, the following day you're at the salon, you're getting new braids. Excuse me, no. When is your scalp catching a break? When is your scalp not being manipulated? When is your hair not being manipulated? You know, just give your scalp a break, please. I'd say a break of at least a week, minimum a week. Or okay, if push is coming to shove, 3-4 days. But please give your scalp a break. Let her breathe. Let her recover. Okay? Another reason why braids may not be working for you is simply because you're allergic to the chemical that is on braiding fiber. Braiding hair fiber, in summary, essentially from my understanding, caniculon hair is plastic, right? It's some kind of plastic, okay? It's processed and whatever, and that plastic, after processing for us to get this result, it gets covered with chemicals. So for some people, those chemicals do cause a reaction to the scalp, and if that is the case with you, then I suggest that you rinse your hair fiber before you get your braids done. If you'd like me to share a video on that, please let me know, and I will do that the next time that I'm getting my braids. If after everything I have said, you still feel like you don't do any of these things and braids still don't work for you, then there's a high chance that you have an even more serious scalp condition. And on that note, I would suggest that you go and see a dermatologist and get that sorted out, because this is no longer just surface level problems. It means it's a deeper underlying issue that needs to be addressed. And if you don't address that, you basically will never see progress with your hair. This marks the end of this video. If you have enjoyed it, thank you. Please drop me a like and a comment and subscribe for more content. I will catch you in my next one.